Assalamu alaikum. This is Rokia Samia welcoming you all to the English news from BTV Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi hold bilateral meeting on sidelines of BIMSTEC summit in Bangkok. Free, fair and participatory election to be held completing necessary reforms in Bangladesh, says Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus. Bangladesh assumes chairmanship of BIMSTEC for next 2 years. At least 112 Palestinians killed in Israeli attacks across Gaza in past day. And Chelsea beat Tottenham by 1-0 in English Premier League football. Viewers, those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. Chief Advisor Professor Dr. Muhammad Yunus and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a bilateral meeting on the sidelines of the BIMSTEC summit in Bangkok. The leaders of these two major South Asian countries greeted each other with mutual respect and a shared openness for dialogue. Their 40-minute exchange was candid, productive and constructive. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus inquired about the status of Bangladesh's request for the extradition of ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and also called for discussions to renew the Ganges Water Treaty and to conclude the Tista Water Sharing Agreement during the meeting. Professor Yunus sought the support of India for a free trade agreement among the 7 members of the group. Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Professor Yunus on his assumption of the BIMSTEC chairmanship and also recalled the global stature of Professor Yunus. Narendra Modi said India would always support a progressive, democratic and inclusive Bangladesh. Bangladesh Foreign Advisor Professor Tauhid Hossain, High Representative of Chief Advisor Dr. Khalil Rahman, Indian Foreign Minister Subramaniam Jaishankar and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval were among others present on the occasion. After the bilateral meeting between Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Chief Advisor's Press Secretary Shafiqul Alam told BTV News in an exclusive interview that the two leaders had constructive and fruitful discussions.
মাননীয় চিফ অ্যাডভাইজার মহোদয় ইন্ডিয়ার প্রধানমন্ত্রী শ্রী নরেন্দ্র মোদীর সাথে বৈঠক করেছেন এবং বৈঠকে আমাদের সাথে যে পারস্পরিক স্বার্থ সংশ্লিষ্ট যতগুলো ইস্যু ছিল সবগুলো নিয়ে কথা হয়েছে এবং আমরা আমাদের যেগুলো স্বার্থ সংশ্লিষ্ট যতগুলো বিষয় ছিল সবগুলো বিষয়ই আমাদের চিফ অ্যাডভাইজার মহোদয় সেই মিটিংয়ে বলেছেন। যেমন শেখ হাসিনার প্রত্যর্পণ বিষয়ে কথা হয়েছে, শেখ হাসিনা যে ওইখানে বসে অনেক ধরনের ইনসেন্ডিয়ারি কমেন্ট করছেন সেগুলোর বিষয়ে কথা হচ্ছে। তারপরে বর্ডার কিলিং নিয়ে কথা হয়েছে। আমাদের দুই দেশের মধ্যে যে গাঞ্জেস ওয়াটার ট্রিটিটা আপনি জানেন যে নতুন করে এটার এক্সপায়ার হয়েছে, নতুন করে ট্রিটিটা হওয়ার আবার কথা হচ্ছে এবং তিস্তা ওয়াটার এগুলো সবগুলো নিয়েই কথাবার্তা হয়েছে। আমি বলবো যে মিটিংটা খুবই কনস্ট্রাকটিভ, প্রোডাক্টিভ এবং ফ্রুটফুল হয়েছে।
Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus has urged the BIMSTEC member states to take effective initiatives to resolve the Rohingya crisis. The Chief Advisor made the call while addressing the 6th BIMSTEC summit in Bangkok today. The Chief Advisor said the protracted Rohingya crisis, if remains unresolved, has the possibility to create instability in the whole region. BIMSTEC can promote dialogue to resolve the internal conflicts, particularly between the conflicting parties in Rakhine, he said. In his speech, the Chief Advisor called for working unitedly, rising above differences to strengthen BIMSTEC. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus said a free, fair and participatory election will be held in the country as soon as possible after completing the necessary reforms. He said the interim government is pledged bound to undertake robust and far-reaching reforms to restore economic stability and sustained growth. Thai Prime Minister and Chairperson of the summit, Paetongtarn Shinawatra, BIMSTEC Secretary General Ambassador Indra Monipande and distinguished heads of delegations from the BIMSTEC member states were present on the occasion. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus called on Thai Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra. The meeting held on the sidelines of the BIMSTEC summit in Bangkok. During the meeting, they discussed various bilateral issues including Rohingya, trade and investment. A memorandum of understanding between the Anti-Corruption Commission ACC of Bangladesh and the National Anti-Corruption Commission of Thailand has been signed for the purpose of jointly fostering international cooperation in fighting against corruption. ACC Chairman Dr. Mohammad Abdul Momen and NACC President Sucha Trakulka Semsuk signed the MoU on behalf of the respective organizations in Bangkok today. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus and Thai Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra witnessed the MoU signing on the sidelines of the BIMSTEC summit in Bangkok, Thailand. According to the MoU, Bangladesh and Thailand will provide each other with initial information of relevance for the prevention of corruption, share best practices in carrying out the information gathering, exchange information, initiate joint projects, share studies, and perform other cooperative activities in the event of preventing and combating corruption as deemed necessary. Bangladesh has assumed the chairmanship of BIMSTEC for the next 2 years. Prime Minister of Thailand, Paetongtarn Shinawatra, handed over the charge to Chief Advisor of the interim government of Bangladesh, Professor Mohammad Yunus, at the 6th BIMSTEC summit at a hotel in Bangkok this morning. Heads of state and government of BIMSTEC member countries were present on the occasion. The chief advisor thanked all concerned for giving BIMSTEC chairmanship to Bangladesh. Professor Yunus sought cooperation from the leaders of BIMSTEC member states to revitalize the organization. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus sought support from the elites of Thai society in Dhaka's efforts to join the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. He sought the cooperation at a breakfast meeting with Thai dignitaries at Bangkok this morning. The chief advisor said Bangladesh hopes to get support from top ASEAN nations, including Thailand, Indonesia, and Malaysia, for the membership. Noting that both nations share similar histories and challenges, Professor Yunus also underscored the need for greater collaboration between peoples of Thailand and Bangladesh. Thai leaders, including former Thailand Prime Minister Abhisit Vejjajiva, a former Deputy Prime Minister, top business leaders, bankers, academics, and civil society leaders joined the meeting. Now, international news. At least 112 Palestinians reported killed in Israeli attacks across Gaza in the past day, including mostly women and children among 33 slain in 3 separate attacks on schools sheltering displaced Palestinians in Gaza City. Meanwhile, Israel orders more forced expulsions from southern neighborhoods of Gaza City as the UN estimates some 280,000 Palestinians forcibly displaced since Israel broke the ceasefire in Gaza on March 18. Israel's recent killing of 15 medics and emergency workers, a suspected war crime, is one of the darkest moments of the war on Gaza, says the Palestine Red Crescent Society's president. Gaza's health ministry says at least 50,523 Palestinians are confirmed dead and 114,638 wounded in Israel's war on Gaza. The government media office updated its death toll to more than 61,700, saying thousands of people missing under the rubble are presumed dead. Asian and Australian markets dropped for a second day as Donald Trump's raft of worldwide tariffs continues to spark fears of a global downturn.